Have you ever wondered how deep the roots of the drug pandemic go within African youth? The issue we're diving into today is far more severe than many realize. According to the United Nations Office on Drugs and Crime, an alarming 13% of African youth have used illicit drugs. That's almost 1 in 8 young people. This crisis is not limited to a single type of substance either. The gamut runs from marijuana, the most commonly abused, to harder substances such as heroin and cocaine. Prescription drugs, too, are increasingly falling into the wrong hands, contributing to this growing epidemic. Each of these substances poses a unique threat, yet together they weave a tapestry of devastation that stretches across the continent. Young lives, full of potential, are being derailed, their futures hanging in the balance. A crisis of this magnitude cannot be overlooked. It shatters dreams and destroys futures. But what drives this generation towards such a destructive path, you might ask? Well, the reasons are complex and multifaceted, deeply rooted in societal issues that span across the African continent. Let's start with poverty. The World Bank reports that nearly half of Africa's youth live on less than $1.90 a day. Imagine the desperation, the struggle to survive that could push someone towards drug dealing as a means of escape. Next, we have the lack of education. Many African youth do not have access to quality education, which limits their opportunities for gainful employment. This lack of prospects can lead to a sense of hopelessness and vulnerability, making the allure of drugs even stronger. Peer pressure is another significant factor. The need to fit in and be accepted can be overwhelming, especially in a society where drug use might be normalized or even glorified. The desire to belong can sometimes overpower the fear of the consequences. Lastly, unemployment. With job opportunities scarce, many young people are left feeling frustrated and hopeless. They may turn to drugs as a way to cope with their situation, further perpetuating the cycle of poverty and substance abuse. So, you see, it's not just about the drugs. It's about the circumstances that push these young people towards such a perilous path. Understanding these driving forces is key in addressing this pandemic. So, what are the consequences of this rampant drug use on the African youth and society at large? Imagine the vitality of a young person suddenly drained by the relentless grip of addiction. Health is the first to take a hit. Drug abuse wreaks havoc on the body and mind. It can lead to a myriad of health issues from liver disease to mental disorders, and tragically, even death. The World Health Organization estimates that drug abuse is responsible for 1 in 10 deaths among African youth. Now let's turn our attention to education. When drugs enter the equation, dreams of academic success often evaporate. Absenteeism, academic failure, and school dropouts become all too common. A generation's potential is squandered as the pursuit of knowledge is replaced by the pursuit of the next high. Next, consider the rise in crime rates. Addiction often leads to desperate measures. Theft, violence, and a life of crime become a reality for many young addicts, causing a ripple effect of societal instability and insecurity. Finally, let's look at the overall societal development. When the youth, the very backbone of a nation, are caught up in the throes of addiction, societal progress stumbles. The potential for innovation, economic growth, and social advancement is stifled, leaving communities stagnant. The cost of this drug pandemic is far too high for society to bear. With such a bleak picture, one may wonder, is there a way forward? Yes, there is. There's no one-size-fits-all solution to the drug pandemic, but there are promising methods that can be employed. One key strategy is boosting funding for education. Knowledge is power, and with it, we can equip our youth with the tools to resist the allure of drugs. Next, we need to create more employment opportunities. A job doesn't just provide income, it gives a sense of purpose and belonging, which can be a powerful deterrent to drug use. Then there's the need for robust drug rehabilitation programs. These programs should be accessible, affordable, and most importantly, non-judgmental. They should be safe places where individuals can seek help and start their journey to recovery. We can't do this alone. We need governments, communities, and individuals to work together. This is a collective fight. Our collective action today will determine the future of African youth tomorrow. The time to act is now. Kindly don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like, comment, share, and smash the notification bell so that you can be the first to be notified when I post a new video.